These gentlemen that are on the stage with me tonight, they're here honoring their fallen bandmate, Scott Retrudy. And Scott was a Marlborough resident here, and all these guys on the stage, along with myself, and plenty of the people out there knew Scott and loved him, and this is just their way of continuing that. And to have them play every year, it's always an honor. I just love it more than anything else. This is, like you just said, this is my favorite show of the year. You know, to quote Thomas Aquinas, I think that he said, nothing on this earth should be valued more than true friendship. And I share that with these gentlemen here tonight. So with all that being said, love you guys. Childhood Huck.
Couldn't agree more. This one goes out to Thomas Aquinas. Closing the bar, in the bedroom, tossing the sheets with you until dawn. Sleep for an hour, wake to the bedroom of all of my clothes tossed out of the home. That's love. That's love. Friday comes late, where is the money? Scraping up change to buy us a drink. Paying the bills, defeating the purpose of a happier life of a queen and a king. That's love. That's love. Tells me I'm the best and she is so lucky. And all she wants is what she needs. I know just what I'm thinking of. Just what I'm thinking of. Lie alone and think of us. And I think that's love. Dream of a house, a fence with the pickets, the number one scent from Pete at the bar. Drink to our youth, gone in the pickets. Picked up our clothes, late night in the jar. That's love. That's love. Tells me I'm the best and she is so lucky. And all she wants is what she needs. I know just what I'm thinking of. Just what I'm thinking of. Lie alone and think of us. Won't I think that's love? Here we are again. This is gonna be fun tonight, I promise. We got some new wrinkles. Closing the bar, meeting the bedroom, tossing the sheets with you until dawn. Sleep for an hour, wake to the bedroom of all of my clothes tossed out on the lawn. That's love. That's love. Tells me I'm the best and she is so lucky. And all she wants is what she needs. I know just what I'm thinking of. Just what I'm thinking of. Lie alone and think of her. No, I think that's I know just what I'm thinking of. Just what I'm thinking of. Lie alone and think of her. No, I think that's love. That's love. That's love. That's love. That's love, baby. This song called Someday Soon. hope that I am able to think of you and feel good. Someday soon I hope that I will take me there. You'll be waiting and I'll feel good. Right now I'm just happy. Right now I'm happy. Someday soon I hope that I will ride a bus and think of us and feel good. Someday soon I hope that I will take me there. You'll be waiting and I'll feel good. Right now I'm just happy. Right now I'm happy. Someday soon I hope that I won't feel so bad. And I know what we had was real good. Someday soon I hope that time will take me there. You'll be waiting and I'll feel good. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Yeah, thank you. That was a song from the very first Huck record. That was called My Boy Joe. That's a hard one to find, so we tracked it down. That's going to be online soon with the others. Now we're going to roll forward a few years and do a song called One Hit Wonder, featuring Dave.
My pride has left me shameless. I think it out the famous. I know I wanna have a little, keep my life a little simple. One song is enough. One song is enough. One song is enough. I wanna be a one-hit wonder. That's all I'm after. Don't want a long, healthy career. I wanna be a one-hit wonder. I'll sing whatever comes to mind. I won't take up much of your time. I'll make you feel a little special and keep the melody so simple. One song is enough. One song is enough. One song is enough. I wanna be a one-hit wonder. That's all I'm after. Don't want a long, heavy career. I hope you don't think that I'm jaded, or that my hopes have become faded. I only think it would be so hip to see the song on many strange lips. One song is enough. One song is enough. One song is enough. I wanna feel one hit one day. That's all I'm after. Don't wanna long happy feeling. I wanna feel one hit one day. I wanna feel one hit one day. That's all I'm after. Don't wanna long happy feeling. I wanna feel one hit one day. Thanks, everybody. The rain has ceased.
It has. This is going to be great. I can already tell. So here's a song from the Motorbike Fire Love Song, Huck CD. Great record. My favorite. I didn't play on it, but. This is a great song, kind of about, sitting alone in your place and everything's falling apart. It's called I Never Needed You.
A clean bedroom, free of the stuff I had to move to get in the tub. A toothpaste tube left open. Never needed you. TV remote always in my hand. A dirty stove I clean when I can. Silent home, I love it. Never needed you. What am I supposed to do? Walking home all by myself, and I had the bar drinking to my health. I'm spending the time alone in the dark because I never needed you. I never needed you. I'm falling down, alone in the air. I twirl around, your face everywhere. Just now I found one of your earrings. I never needed you. What am I supposed to do? Walking home all by myself, and I'm the bar drinking to my head. I'm spending time alone in the dark because I never needed you. Never needed you. All the time that we spent in each other's arms. First I'd save them all up just to keep me warm. She's still not there. I'm watching the door, and I don't care if she comes anymore. The smoky air is mine alone, and I never needed you. What am I supposed to do? Walking home all by myself, at the bar drinking to my head. Spending my time
Thank you. No, thank you.
A simple song beneath the blood is make-believe. It takes you by the hand and knocks you a sandland. Everything seems to freeze except side of this please. It's a catchy phrase, as hard as you may like to be joyful and bright. I said something last night and picture about my life. Things seems to freeze except side of this bleed. It's a catchy phrase, yeah. Wish I had something more. Everything seems to freeze except out of this please. It's a catchy phrase, yeah. Please, it's a catchy phrase, yeah. It's a catchy phrase. It's a catchy phrase. It's a catchy phrase, yeah.
Do that again. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next song,
Next song.
delivered by Dave.
That's me.
It's called Postcard. Wish you were here, buddy.
That's let's.
It's actually the perfect background to it.
Sorry, he's in the wrong key. Carol says her mom's in jail again. Can she have the key? Anytime the cash is delivered, toss it to be free. Hit her old man in the eye, 'cause of all the pain and lies. Like the time we took her hand, said I too, just me and you. Like the crash's car on Saturday, was there in the booze. Walked away with minor injuries. Sometimes you get blues. One more car in total glare between the Harding and the square. Right around the corner from his mother's house, she bailed him out. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. Wish you were here with me. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. Wish writ on the back a little note to let you know wish you were here. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. I can't do much myself, just wish you were. Wish you were here. I can't do much myself, just wish you were. Thanks. That was
Thank you.
in ode to Thomas Aquinas.
We're going to go back to the motorbike record, which offers several tales of alienation. And this is one of them.
So drink 'em up!
Tackle Brock's Brewery over here.
This one features the greatest guitarist that ever lived, whose name is Greg.
It's called My Enemy.
Blades and shaving cream, then I see my enemy. Looking good, you always do. Somehow you're sweet, my enemy. What's that you see? You looking back at me, sharing the brown in my eyes. Never know just where you'll show or where you'll be, my enemy. Shiny car or window pane, the corner scene, my enemy. What's that you see? You looking back at me, sharing the brown in my eyes. Sharing the ground Tell myself this every day. I won't believe I feel this way. I can't get this shit out of my mind, so I can just think of myself all the time. This life is too much work, I haven't the space to keep this useless happiness in this place. This happiness creates a mess. I'm not in love. There lies in the heart. I tell myself this every day. I won't believe I feel this way. Yeah. There lies in love. There lies in
Thank you so much. Great to see all these faces here tonight, people that we know and love. Yep, you're one of them, Mark McCracken. Can't really see who's here.
All the best lines have been written, all the best songs have been sung. I throw myself into this game so sure that it cannot be won. I knew this all along, I knew this all along, I knew this all along, I knew this all along. All my faults line up before me, knock 'em down right in a row. Then they come back just to haunt me, like they never felt the blow. I knew this all along, I knew this all along, I knew this all along, I knew this all along. You make me feel what is real. Standing at the plate and swinging, batting practice has begun. Staring down the ball approaching, I may have lost before I won. I knew this all along, I knew this all along, I knew this all along, I knew this all, this all along, this all along, this all along, I knew this all along. You make me feel what is real.
I knew this all along. Thank you so much.
We're supposed to dedicate this song to someone, but we can't remember who it is.
I remember.
So, no,
He's unforgettable. Pat O'Connor, we love you. You took good pictures of us when we were little boys. This is Amber Nicole Wright, and it's going to be sung by Paul.
Nicole Wright, I wonder about your life. Could you be taller and shorter and high? Nicole Wright.
alright? Do you have a system to do with the fight? Nothing is dead in the night. Everything's alright. Do you head on? So, eyes blue, strong to see with you. Vision of what is new. One I never knew. And to go right about what I like when we make the kite. Am I to go right? Am I to go right? So we gotta get it right. Almost dead at the night. Am I to go right? Do it home. Just like the sound. Eyes blue. Sorry to see with you. Vision of what is new. The one I never knew. I'm in the cold right. I only have a pen and a paper to write. Name is attached to your life. Am in the cold right. 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 Do you hear?
Thank you. Amber Nicole Wright. It actually lives out there somewhere. We tried looking her up once, but there's a lot of them.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I am surprised.
dozens.
I am surprised at that.
So instead of trying to figure out who she was, we're going to move on. When Scott first wrote this song and recorded it, he played it for me, and I didn't like it because I hated the name. And that's really... And later I listened to it, and then I listened to it more, and I think it speaks to me now. I had nothing to do with it. This was all his and Huck with Paul and Danny. And, but it speaks to me, so. It's kind of big picture stuff. Scott didn't do a lot of big picture stuff. He did a lot of apartment bar stuff. But I guess the big picture hangs over all of that too, doesn't it? It's called Mandelbrot Set.
In a flash of swirling light that blinded up my sight underneath Damocles' knife, it's alright. In a paganistic war under which we all die for, just to righteous up some more, it's alright. It's just like the Mandelbrot said, and though I don't understand it yet, it can lie just like a sleeping pet. It's alright. It's alright with me. Off the list, as someone said, it came off this young in like a dream. I once was in, it's alright. Drink and dance and sing like a monkey on a string with no care. just like the man too bright said, no, I don't understand it yet. It can lie just like a sleeping head. It's alright. It's alright. Understand it yet, it can lie just like a sleeping pet, unaware of all impending death. It's just like the man Silverad said, no, I don't understand it yet, it can lie just like a sleeping pet. It's alright, the man Silverad said, it's alright, understand it yet, never sleeping pet.
Thank you so much.
This next song is one of my favorites of all time by those guys. Those guys! Yes, it is. It really was. It's a love letter to the first couple that ever lived, Adam and Eve. Or I completely misunderstood what Scott wrote this about.
It's from the Trees album that Childhood did in 1990. And what do you know? It features an awesome guitar solo by Greg.
Again? Another one!
She walked out of the Garden of Eden, something she's looking for. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, something she's missed before. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, step quickly, two at a time. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, never once looking behind. She went round and round and round and round, round and round and round and round, round and round and round and round and round. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, a desire she couldn't define. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, very much the right frame of mind. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, passing the rainbows and gold. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, and somehow it wasn't enough. She went round and round and round and round, round and round and round and round, round and round and round and She walked out of the Garden of Eden without any malice or fear. She walked out of the Garden of Eden without even shedding a tear. She walked out of the Garden of Eden, passed by the rainbows and gold. She walked out of the Garden of Eden without even being
in a way, shimmer of light.
Thank you.
All right.
I think I swallowed a moth or something.
Did you really?
We're going to do two more and take a quick break. But the next song is not on any childhood record, but it was a childhood song that used to really get them going at the old Chet's Diner. The Central Street Boys know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you know this, but if you have a sausage chest diner, remember trying to jump and try to break the floor? That was fun.
Scary. And then they built a police station next door.
And then they built it.
Toss me into a sweet dream. Hold my hand while it fades to black. Soon after a good thing. I don't care if I make it back, she said. I've been lucky a long time. I've been broken down every street. I've been looking a long time. I got blisters on two cold feet, she said. She's a happy honey, I'm drowned to nothing. She's a happy honey, I'm drowned. I've been looking a long time. Here's a fire, watch me burn. I've been living a long time. Anastasia can wait her turn, she said. I've been looking a long time. There's a fire, walking burn. I've been listening a long time. I got blisters on two cold feet, she said. She's a happy honey, I'm drowned to nothing. She's a happy honey, I'm drowned.
drums tonight, as he did on every one of these records, Danny Lucas. Every band needs a guy like Danny Lucas. We're gonna play one more and then take a break.
I'm gonna sing on Paul's mic. Yeah.
This is David Bellanoid here over here, also on guitar and vocals.
All right. Oh, you're good. All right.
Dave took over bass in childhood when I left, and this next song is something they cooked up on the To the Light album. It's a pretty rockin' song. We're gonna end the first set with it.
Ever since the accident, I had to play bass.
She held it firm and tight. She checked it over. Back through it came no light. Came no light. Hey, hey, hey. Checked with all her sight. No satisfaction now. And through it came no light. Came no light. Yeah. Came no light. Yeah. Sight. Oh, satisfaction now. And through it came no light. Came no light. Hey, hey, hey. Came no light. Hey. soul twice for satisfaction. That through me came no light, came no light.
Thanks
We'll
a
see
bunch.
you in a few minutes. Thank you. So about 4 weeks ago, the opening concert here featured a young band named Running Late. That they were great. From what I hear, I didn't get to see it. I'm sorry about that. But they got two guys in that band, Adam and Matthew Lucas, who are Danny's sons. And he's a very proud dad to have some rock and rollers following right behind him. We're all proud, in fact. So there is a new generation coming along. Their name's Running Late. Check them out. But Danny wanted to especially dedicate this song to Adam and Matthew because they really like it. And we never play it. We haven't played this song ever here. This is a new one to us. And it's a childhood song from the Julep record, and it's called Blood.
As we descend, it's hot within. The room starts to spin, runs through my arm. As I make a fist, sensation warm. As she exits my ring. Hand on my tongue, sweet to the taste, just like the love she can create under my skin and into my veins. The one reason that I remain.
That's
So we're gonna stay on the julep record. We're gonna stay on the julep record. And do a little psychedelic number we call Right Side Upside Down.
it's for all you serial killers out there. Don't tell us who you are.
In the watercolor of my mind, loneliness is like a valentine, like the beacon giving off a light. My television talks to me at night, night, night. Off the screen, for the shape of you so young and clean, like a sinner that's been given sight. I used to think the world was black and white, white. She turns my world around, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a world right side down, yeah, 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 yeah. You can't won't go where you steer. All my life I end up where I appear, like the distance of approaching fear. I used to think the world was far on me, and then she turns her world around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So right side down. Yeah, 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 yeah. I wait for the perfect moment. I wait for the perfect moment. I wait for the perfect moment. It's my world around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's right side down, yeah, yeah, yeah. She turns my world around, yeah, yeah, yeah. So right side down, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Go for the sweet.
I'm not myself today. start. And if God has closed his doors that day, let's drink a toast upon our grace. Say a prayer for the world that's ours to pray for everlasting grace. I hope today that you find sweet my love. What's left tomorrow, what's left today. I hope today that you find sweet my love. Lips and sighs that I won't let share. I hope today that you find sweet my love. Lips and sighs that I won't let share. I hope today that you find sweet my love. Lips and sighs that I always share.
Thank you all so much. Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. Oh, my voice just went up 2 octaves. Thanks all for coming out. No rain, beautiful night. No bugs. Except Paul.
It's working just like we planned. We're hooking you in a little bit. We're really going to take off from here. That's a childhood song from the Chet's Diner era as well. Never made it to a record. Danny says the last song Childhood ever wrote. Way ya hey. Cigarettes, cheap like beer and whiskey. Some old regrets, a little fear. Mix it up till it looks just like me. A voodoo doll for you too. A little bit of me, a little bit of you. A little bit of all I'd like to lose. A little bit of everything I thought that I would not become. Bury me with more than song. Way up, hey. You don't ask for nothing. Way up, hey. That's all I got to give to her. Flip me over on my head and spin me. I land face down, it must be tails. Every night before my 28th epiphany, I hope I don't end up in a little bit of me, a little bit of you. A little bit of all I'd like to lose. A little bit of everything I thought that I would not become. Bury me with more than some. Way up, hey. She don't ask for nothing. Way up, hey. And that's all I got to give. Give to her. Give to Yeah. Song called Milltown Girl. Walking through this silent, dusty town, I can feel the cold break looking down. Passes by, leaping through the catcher in her light. She takes her time, recognizing me as I say hi. She's my beautiful Milltown girl. She's my beautiful Milltown girl. She is the shell that hides the pearl. She's my beautiful Milltown girl. Watching her glasses reflect the brown of all the broken buildings falling down. And she says, let's go to a place that nobody else knows. She's grabbing hold of my hand as we brace for the goal. She's my beautiful Milltown girl. She's my beautiful Milltown girl.
me to escape the pouring rain. My beautiful Milltown girl,
Oh, Milltown girl,
is the show that hides the pearl.
she's my beautiful Milltown girl.
She's my beautiful Milltown girl.
She's my beautiful Milltown girl.
It's the show that hides the pearl.
She's my beautiful Milltown girl.
It's like the tunnel of love without the drugs. I have to endure the pain. It's like booze without fun. You drink till you're numb, but the hangover still remains. I got a car without wheels to think I can steal. I sit in it day by day. I watch the people go by. I wave and say hi. Watch them all drive away. Tell me, is this hopelessness or happiness? I don't know until the rest. Should I smile or just grimace in this hopelessness or happiness? Up with the sun, all work no fun. I think Jack's been dull for years. So many merry-go-rounds, clowns without frowns, that just help you hide the tears. It's like an onion you peel, each layer reveals another one like the last. But now I feel to the end, and now I intend to pick up and put them back. Tell me, is this hopelessness or happiness? I don't know until the rest. Should I smile or just grimace in this hopelessness or happiness? It's like the summer of love, but without the drugs. Had to endure the pain. It's like booze without fun. You drink till you're numb. The hangover still remains. I got a car without wheels, a big hunk of steel. I sit in it day by day. I watch the people go by. I wave and say hi. Watch them all drive away. Tell me, is this hopelessness or happiness? I don't know until the
This is from a record Bill did with us called Room to Breathe, title song. All right. A little Room to Breathe. Never hurt anybody.
Go, Jenny, go!
Oh, which day?
No, I don't wanna hear the echo. If I remind you of seasons of youth, then you love me. If you can reach someone who speaks the whole truth, you're above me. Yes, and then you're above me. And there's a ringing in my ear called the telephone. 'Cause there's people to meet and see, and we're all alone. And if I wasn't already here, I'd be going home. And instead of this talk, I'd speak of the walk and step to each tone. Ba-da-da-da-dum-dum, which day? Ba-da-da-da-dum-dum, which day? It doesn't really matter anyway. Ba-da-da-da-dum-dum, which day?
Thank you. All right. Glad you liked it.
Got it.
Flaking off and hope to change. In this pile I'll rearrange. Seal me up, bend over till I feel clean and fine. Heal me up, my Caroline. Fall like snow through the air. When I'm gone, then I won't care. Seal me up and over. Feel clean and fine. Heal me up, I'm Caroline. I'm peeling off this lizard skin, letting out what I let in. And I'm Caroline, Caroline. Piece of me just hit the ground. I'm not sure it made a sound. Seal me up, bend over till I feel clean and fine. Heal me up, my Caroline. I'm peeling off this lizard skin, letting out what I let in. I wanna shine, Caroline. I'm peeling off this lizard skin, letting out what I let in. I've had enough, I've given in to acupuncture, faith, or gin. When I'm through with where I've been, maybe I'll hold you once again. We'll be fine.
bass guitar tonight, Paul Dagnello. I haven't introduced him yet. Paul Dagnello, bass player extraordinaire, man extraordinaire, from the band Huck.
And don't forget Ken Evil here, please. He doesn't introduce himself.
That's because I'm the narrator. This song is called Leaf. We got a couple more.
From the play Our Town.
Love each other, people.
Run farther from you. Tired and I'm dirty. Finally thinking worse, it's nothing new. See you look at you and find what you really want in your mind. Without wondering, without asking, without saying, if you move away, would you run away from me? Kiss upon my cheek, 'cause my insecurity. Under the trees, the stars, and lonely night. Don't have words I cannot see, just a note I give in heaven. Let it go away, let it go away, let it go away. Yeah. Without wondering, without asking, without saying, without wondering, without asking, without saying.
Thank you very much for Bear doing sound tonight. He's always the best.
Hey, for Bear.
The legend, the one and only.
We got just a couple more for tonight. Thank you guys, everyone, for just coming out and sharing the love. And this is called And Then I'm Thinking.
When I'm thinking, where do you go? I'm lost in drinking, someplace we should know. Can't help but believe that he didn't know. Hope so. Then I thought that, so happy now. I kicked and fought at all the whys and hows. Forever always hearing me like things that aren't allowed. Somehow. Then she turns to me and
should think that not yet. Then she turns to me and she says, you're guilty. I can't help feeling like I might be wilting. She says, you're guilty. Then I think it yeah. Then I'm thinking it's alright now. A perfect day, I'll fuck things up somehow. Give it half a chance, I'll bring this whole house down right now. And then she turns to me and she says, you're guilty. I can't help feeling like that. I might be wilting. She says, you're guilty. Then I flinch it,
Thank you! Let me take you all into the sea forever. I've been away too long. I've been dead too long. The golden age, and I've seen bloody outrage. I see the in-between, and always I see you behind the scenes. And I send you back into the sea. And I send you back into the sea. Watch you walk like lemming gleefully. And I send you back into the sea.
send you back into the sea. Into the sea.
Thank you, everybody. See you next time. We love you. Thank you.